All right, in this video, we're going to continue our work with partial derivatives and focus a little bit on the notation that we use and doing a few examples so we can start to get used to what it means to hold a variable constant and take a derivative. So, suppose that we have a function z, which is a two-variable function that depends on x and y. We can denote the partial derivative of z with respect to x as del z del x or del f del x, since z and f are the same thing. Or sometimes we just write f with a subscript of x, and that also refers to the partial derivative of the function with respect to x. So this gives us the slope of the tangent line, let me say the tangent line actually, to the surface at a point. So same idea as differentiation in single variable calculus, but this is in the direction of the x-axis. Because you might remember from the previous video, what we do is we slice the surface with a plane that runs parallel to the xz plane, and y is held constant. So this is in the direction of the x-axis where y is held constant. That gives us, that intersection gives us a curve, and so we can talk about the derivative of a curve. The notation del z del y, which can also be written as del f del y or f with a subscript of y, this will give us the slope of the tangent line to the surface at a point in the direction of the y-axis. And so that means that we hold x constant. Because we have sliced the surface with a plane parallel to the yz plane, the intersection is a curve, and so the value of x on any point in that plane is the same. So let's do an example, a couple of examples, and see how it is that we actually hold a variable constant. So let's start with the following example. Let's find the two partial derivatives. So we'll find the partial of our function with respect to x and the partial derivative with respect to y for the following surface, where f of xy is 2x squared y cubed minus 3x squared y plus 2x squared plus 3y squared plus 1. So we're going to start with the partial of our function with respect to x. Remember, this means that y is fixed, so we treat it like a constant, like a number. It is not changing. So when we take the derivative of this first term, typically if both x and y are changing, then we have to do a product rule. But here y is fixed. It behaves like a numerical value, like a constant. So we differentiate, we differentiate the x squared, so we'll get a 4x using the power rule times y cubed. Y cubed acts like the constant 2. It does not change. All right, if we differentiate the next term, again, y is a constant, the derivative of x squared is x, so this will give us minus 3xy. Y does not change. The derivative of the next term, We don't have a y and we're holding y fixed, but this is just going to be plus 4x. Now, this is where it gets a little interesting. Since we're holding y fixed, the derivative of 3y squared is 0. Y is fixed. That is not changing. So if we're taking the derivative of a number that's not changing, that means we're really thinking of this as a horizontal line that has a slope of 0, just like we do with the number 1, right? The number 1 is also like a horizontal line with a slope of 0. So we have just found the partial derivative of f with respect to x. Again, it represents the slope of the tangent line at a point in the direction of the x-axis. Okay, let's find the partial derivative of f now with respect to y, and here we're going to hold x fixed, which means that anytime that we have x in our expression, we're thinking of it as a constant number, a constant, a scalar. All right, so let's take the derivative of the first term, 2x squared y cubed. The 2x squared will stay as a constant, and the derivative of y cubed is 3y squared. Minus, again, 3x squared will treat it like a constant, doesn't change, and the derivative of y is just 1. Now, this next term, 2x squared, it doesn't depend on y at all, so we treat it like a constant, which means its derivative will be 0 with respect to y. I'm going to put that here so that we're explicit about this in this example. And then the derivative of 3y squared will just be 6y. The derivative of 1, it is a constant. The derivative with respect to y is 0. So here we have that our partial derivative of f with respect to y will be 6x squared y squared minus 3x squared plus 6y. And now we have found an expression that gives us the slope of the tangent line at a point on the surface in the direction of the y-axis. Okay, let's do one more example here. And I will do some additional examples in follow-up videos. But let's try another example here. And this time, let's just focus on finding the partial derivative of f with respect to y. And our function is f of xy equals y times the sine of xy. So recall that if we're finding the partial derivative of f with respect to y, so here's our solution, we are going to hold x fixed and treat it like a constant. I didn't need that is. Hold x fixed and treat it like a constant. So here we will need to apply the product rule because both functions that we have, y and sine of xy, are functions that include y, and y is changing. So the product rule tells us take the derivative of the first function, the derivative of y is 1, times the second function, sine of xy, plus the first times the derivative of the second. And in taking the derivative of sine of xy, we're going to apply the chain rule. The derivative of the outside function is just cosine, evaluated at xy, and now we multiply by the derivative of the inside. But here what's interesting, remember, we're looking for the partial derivative with respect to y, so x is fixed. So the derivative of xy is just x, a constant. And so this will result in sine of xy plus xy times cosine of xy. And that is our partial derivative of f with respect to y. Tells us the slope of a tangent line at a point in the direction of the y-axis. We can also write this as f with a subscript of y.